Welcome back to the Words from the Nerds podcast. We have finally been made whole again because
Yeah.
Benjamin is back from his arduous. I don't know if I'm saying that word correctly.
Romulus?
Arduous. I think.
Arduous.
Is that the word? I don't know. Move. He has moved into his first house. He's a homeowner now. Congratulations, Benjamin. Congratulations, man. Make sure you have that room ready for me, and I will not be paying.
It's
you
ready
rent.
right now. Right now.
And Aiden's holding up something dumb to the fucking camera for some reason.
Whoa. Calm down.
Okay. Hold on. I know Whitey's not putting up the Wakanda Forever.
Guys, I watched Black Panther.
What do you mean?
I promise I watched it.
Oh, you're just saying in general. Okay, I thought you were saying you watched it recently. Anyway, I'm your host for today, Charley, and I am joined, of course, by the two lovely co-hosts, Aiden and Benjamin. Benjamin, let's start with you, man. Try to make it as quick as possible, because, golly, I know you can talk for a long time. What are you doing? Aiden?
Hey, I'm just doing what Cassidy did when she came on the episode that one day, man.
What? Holy shit.
She held up a fist
Oh,
for
wow.
your boy, so I have to as
She
well.
threatened to hit you?
Maybe I'll have to rethink this whole wedding thing. Benjamin, how we doing, man? How's the house? How's the moving process? What's up, man?
It's very good. I'm happy to be here. It's been about a 15-month process from the first time that we talked about it to finally move in. So it's been a long time coming. I think because we've been so involved in it, I don't think that we're able to enjoy it to the fullest extent. Part of that is also because there's just more stuff to do. Like today, my dad and I put in blinds, and like he's come over like 3 days since we moved this last weekend just to do random little things and electrical work and other random stuff. So on one hand, it's like, I'm so glad to be here and it's been a long time coming. And then on the other hand, it feels like there's always more things to do. So it almost feels like the whole process of this house is like still an ongoing thing. And so last week when we actually like signed the paperwork, wired the money over, all of that stuff, there wasn't like this moment of just like, oh my gosh, we're homeowners, because we've been so just like in the thick of it, and we still are at this point, like moving forward. So I don't think we've been able to quite like relish it as much as, I would expect from like, oh, this being the next big thing in our lives, but I'm glad to be here. Very, very happy to be here.
Let's go.
Super happy to have my own space, which is literally just like my setup and my Legos. More to come as the weeks go on. So I'm doing well. I have surprisingly kept up with a lot of the releases. I'm only down like one movie right now that I actually care to see. And otherwise, I've been keeping up with the shows, the movies. So that's been surprising because we've been so busy. Otherwise, been great. I can't complain.
We love to hear it. Real quick, just want to Cassidy, bruh, 4K. 4K.
Whoa, that's crazy, bro went to the files, bro. Bro pulled out the e-files, and
I mean that's literally just like POV. You're Charley, like. Sorry.
Either way.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. We have a venue tour tomorrow. I guess that's getting canceled.
What happened to the mansion?
Oh yeah, we went and looked at that one. We could see it working, but truthfully, the road up to it is very like kind of sketch. So like. I don't know if that's great for like a leaving at nighttime kind of situation, you know. So that one's probably not. We're probably not leaning that way. We got a couple more that we're eyeing now. So We'll see.
I trust you'll make the best decision.
Yeah.
I don't.
Or she
There's
will.
one. There's
Let's be real.
there's one that and I don't want to make this a wedding podcast, but there's one that includes, it's like a lodge, and it includes like 9 different cabins or something for enough for 40 people. So y'all would have accommodations if y'all came.
Wait, you're saying it's like a whole compound?
I guess kind of, if you look
Like
at
it's
it
like a campground with multiple.
yeah, with like actual cabins, and then
Really?
it has like the area with it's like right below not right below, but like you can see Mount Shasta in Northern California.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, in the
So
background.
are you saying that like Aiden and I would get our own place
Yeah.
to stay, like our own crib,
Yeah,
that kind of thing?
absolutely, exactly.
I like the sound of this. One twin bed.
But that one we haven't
Pull-out
even gotten to look at
couch.
that one yet. So we'll see. Obviously, stuff's still in the making. But Aiden, how we doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I've been trying to get back on that grind since we moved. I'm now, instead of like 8 minutes away from the gym, I'm now 22 minutes away. So I've been doing a lot of running, no lifting. So I got an Oura ring. I downloaded
paying monthly?
Strava. No, I got the annual prescription, the annual subscription that came with the purchase of the ring.
Gotcha.
But it's like $5, $7 a month whenever it'll renew or something. So it's not terrible. But tracking my running, I went on a run today. Funny, I was so exhausted. It was like 7:00, and I told Maddie, I was like, dude, I need a nap, or else it's gonna be like 2 weeks ago, that episode again, where I was just dead tired. So I took like an hour, 6-minute nap, and I feel like fucking amazing. I feel great. So I feel good. That's been going on. Been doing a lot of running. Charley, get on Strava, bro. Like,
What is that?
It's like a running app, but like it'll upload all of, like, do you have an Apple Watch?
I do, but it's an old one. I have a Series 3.
It'll like track your workouts and just like upload it. So then you're just posting your workouts. So it's like, 1, keeping a diary, but 2, like showing other people, like you'll post and say, this was like a lunch weightlifting or whatever. I've been doing it, and I got my I added all my coworkers on it. So now we can all see when we're working out. So it like holds me accountable. And so I was telling one of my coworkers, I was like, yeah, you can leave early today if you go home and run and make about 50 more calls. And he was like, all right, I'll go run. So like he went home, and I just saw on Strava he ran like 3 miles. So I don't know, it holds us accountable. So I think you'd like it if you're still going ham on all of that. The reason I was late today was because I sat down and I showed my wife the Harry Potter trailer, and then I showed her the Dune 3 trailer because she didn't want to see it the other day. And I was like, I gotta show it to you. It's so fire. I have to show it to you. So I showed it to her, and she's like, I don't know. She fell asleep during Dune Part 2. Yeah, I know. I'm married. I'm married to her, and she fell asleep during Dune Part 2. But her big thing was she doesn't like big action sci-fi movies. And I told her, I was like, it's so much deeper than that. I was like, it's so much deeper than that. And she's like, well, since I haven't like really fully paid attention to the first 2, I just don't get excited over this. So I was like sitting there giving her like all the lore and just being like, this is why this is going to be monumental. This is why you need to watch it, like all this stuff. So I think I left some seeds of maybe we just need to rewatch Dune Part 1 and Dune Part 2 and see if maybe it's what you're messing with. So I was sitting there explaining, my phone's just buzzing, and I'm like, Paul Atreides, right? You take him in the first movie, right? And Leto and all this, and I'm just going ham explaining. So that's what took me a little bit. I guess I'll talk about this now before Charley gets into his thing. I wasn't really cooking anything up per se. I am just 5 episodes through The Boys season 3.
Well, that's good, man. I was worried you actually weren't going to start watching it, man. I was actually worried you were just gonna like bail on
when
it.
when I gave you that rage bait comment, I was like, okay, I need to lock in and watch it. So it's not going to be anything y'all are looking forward to hearing.
Wait, you said you're halfway through season 3 or 4?
4.
I'm sorry. I get it confused. It's like I'm thinking of Severance. So Severance only has 2 seasons, but season 4, I'm 5 episodes through it. I'm very disappointed. It just doesn't feel like seasons 1, 2, or 3 of The Boys. It feels like, and I this is hard for me to say because I don't want it. I was also saying this before I even watched it, just based on like the Gen V stuff, but it feels like they've kind of overstayed their welcome a little bit. So to have like Starlight and Homelander be like political figures and have that to be like the driving force when it used to be just Billy wants to murder Homelander at any cost to the point where he would destroy his life taking Compound V or Temp V or whatever it is. I don't think I'm supposed to know about Temp V. I think Temp V was a Gen V thing. The green.
No, that was in season 3.
That was in season 3.
Huey and Butcher took.
Oh, because that's what got and then the Compound V is the actual thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You have to have that
anyway.
when you're a baby or whatever, a kid.
Yes. Okay. So like the Temp V, man, shooting up the Temp V as a means to just go kill Butcher or go kill Homelander. To the point where we've gotten now like Starlight's a political figure and we're doing a lot of this like going on TV and talking bad about each other. And I don't know. I just don't feel the love in there. I don't feel the fire that I felt season 3, like Hero-gasm episode where Butcher stands there and is like, I don't care. I'm standing toe to toe with Soldier Boy and Homelander. And I'm going to get this by any means. This season, I don't know, man. And maybe Temp V, I know it was a storyline, a storyline in the comics, but maybe Temp V ruined the show, right? Like that's how I'm kind of feeling seeing this season take place. We now have the timeline on Butcher, and he has 6 months left, and they're playing with him like getting close to the end. But he did nothing when he was face to face with Homelander and had the kill shot. Because he wanted to like protect Huey, but him and Huey have like literally like no scenes together in season 4. So I don't even feel the justification of that yet because Huey's caught up with Starlight and his dad dying, which I'm supposed to care about. And I just don't like, I just don't care about Huey's side plot because I don't know, man. It's just, I'm not feeling the love that I felt through the first 3 seasons. It's really unfortunate where the show has become. I think some of my biggest issues are like, turning Starlight and Homelander into Kamala Harris and Trump, like turning them into that whenever this show used to be so much more. Like I get the parodies, but like the show used to feel like it was so much more, had so much more to say than just that. And I just don't really care about some of the side plots. I don't really care too much about Frenchie either. And we spend a lot of time with him. Yeah. And it just feels like, why am I getting Frenchie character development in season fucking 4 of this show when it doesn't pertain at all to the main storyline? It is literally just his own side quest. Like I get it. I'm a sucker for character, but 4 seasons in, dude, like, I don't know, like, let's slow burn this and build this up like we were doing the first 3 seasons where it actually pertained to his conflict with the boys as a group and how that kind of affected things. Now it just feels like, hey, here's this Frenchie side quest and,
sure. Because like how they
main story
in season 3, how they tied MM's story into like what was actually happening with Soldier Boy and everything like that. Like, you'd want something akin to that, and I can agree with that.
And maybe that's also why I don't really care about Huey as well, because like aside from 2 moments one that he had with A-Train and one that he just recently had with Butcher, and I think episode 4 or 5, about his dad and talking about his dad. Other than that, it's just like they bring his mom in and he has these moments where he's like trying to confront his mom, but he can't. And I'm like, why are we still doing this? Huey is a bitch like joke. Why are we still running the Huey can't step up and defend himself 4 seasons in? And I remember the arc that he went on in season 3 with Starlight, where he's like acting like he doesn't need her, and then he eventually ends up working with her again because of all of that. But I just feel like we've gone nowhere. Like, and that's what I mean by I feel like it's overstaying its welcome. I just feel like they're running in circles with this, and now they're promising that the final season is going to have a lot of huge deaths, and oh my gosh, it's going to be like Game of Thrones with characters dropping like flies. We've been needing that this entire show. What do we mean that Maeve has died, and that's about it, other than the joke characters that we've seen go? Like, you couldn't even pull the trigger on Stan Edgar. You couldn't pull the trigger on Vic the Veep or Victoria when Butcher shoots her in the head the first episode.
Wait, you remember Maeve's not dead, right?
Oh, I don't remember that, I guess. Holy shit.
They show that at the end of season 3 that she's still alive. Like, she dives off with him, with Soldier Boy, but then it shows them putting her in hiding or picking her up in the van or something like that.
And my God. I completely forgot about that. Yeah. I just did not give a fuck about it that much, I guess.
I'm just saying that because that reinforces your point. That reinforces your point that, like, they don't kill anybody throughout the entire series, and then now we get to the final season, and now they want to start giving stakes.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I've seen a lot of rumors that a big character is like supposedly supposed to die like 3 episodes into this new season. I'm only saying it out loud because I don't think there's anything super credible to back it up. But like I'm hearing rumors that like a big character is going to die like 3 episodes in. But again, it's a Stranger Things thing where it's like you don't kill anybody at all, and then your final season you're like, we're going to kill everybody. I promise it's going to be awesome. This is what y'all been waiting for when you say we don't kill people. Motherfucker, yeah, it's the final season. Like, what are we talking about? But anyways,
still didn't do that.
And Stranger Things still didn't do that. So I still have trauma, believing that they will. So I don't know, man. I'm just, it's not feeling that it's felt more of a chore to watch than any of the other seasons. And it's really bumming me out. I'm really upset about it. So
more of a chore than 2.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think just remember you have Gen V season 2 to look forward to.
I'm not watching either of those. I'm sorry. I can't.
Please watch Gen V season 1, man. It's actually good. It's good. It might make you enjoy the universe again.
Is it more of this, dude? Like, because I cannot.
Gen V season 1 is good,
bro. Gen V season 1 is really good.
Yeah.
They just started sprinkling in the Gen V stuff. Like, and can I just say the way that they did it was, I don't know if it's just because I know it exists and I know that it came before this, but like Butcher's like, there's some researchers at Godolphin University that have found a way to make some more temp V or compound V or whatever. He says something about it. I need to rewatch it, but he's like, yeah, there's some researchers at Godolphin University who have done this, this, and this. I need to go see them. And I'm like, all right, dude, like really? Like this is, I don't know. They're already sprinkling it in. So I know that we're going to see something about it. Here in the next couple episodes, because I think I'm 3 away from the finale. But I'm watching it. I'm doing it because I want to be there for the discussion in season 5. So yeah, it just has not been going as good as I thought it would. So there's my rant. There's my season 4 of The Boys rant. I was talking to Brandon about it, and he was like, "Have you got to the knockoff Spiderman episode yet?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "That's kind of what did it for me. That was like my tipping point for the show." And I was like, interesting. And then he said something about like they do something. I won't say it just because we're gonna post this to YouTube, but they do something to Huey, and it's just like kind of played as a joke. Like there's like literally nothing, like no consequences or anything that comes after it. So he's like, yeah, there's just a lot of weird things that happen this season. So
technically, 2 bad things in that realm happened to Huey. That season
again,
yeah, that's true.
It's basically 2.
Yeah,
I feel like they're just treating him like the punching bag again for the show. Let's do all the bad shit to him because I don't know, cheap emotion. I don't know, dude. It hadn't been the most fun watch at all.
What was it? There was. I think I'm thinking about in episode. I think it was episode 1 when Homelander like splits a guy in half or something.
Yes,
rips him shoulder apart.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Wait, is Maeve not in that episode? It's been a while since I've seen season 4.
No,
I could have swore that like he did that right in front of Maeve. But maybe I'm tripping. I don't know.
Wait, are you thinking about, dude? She's not in season 4.
Who does he do that in front of then? Is that the red-haired girl?
Firecracker?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to that point.
He rips that person in half in front of somebody. Does he not?
I'm trying to think. There. I know he lasers somebody in half. I just got done with the scene where he's at the old facility where they used to experiment on him, and he does completely obliterated all of them. Mm-hmm. And ripping somebody in half. The only other thing I can think of that I've seen so far, and this might just be my horrible memory, but them beating the Homelander fans to death, where she's just like, beat them to death with this bat, and they just like they kill him, and it happens to be MM's like wife's boyfriend or whatever. But I can't.
It's Firecracker who's there.
It's Firecracker. Okay, I guess I'm tripping.
Yeah,
but Maeve's alive. They do show that in season 3. That's not a spoiler.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I guess I didn't know I looked it up because I didn't care, but yeah, I guess she's not in season 4 at all. So that's crazy. She got her happy ending where she got to go live a quiet life. Like, what, man? Yeah. Homelander rips guy in half. What are we talking? I might have
maybe it's late in the show.
Episode 7.
Yeah.
Oh, that's him. Bad. That's the knockoff Spiderman guy.
The Spider. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, all right. Well, my bad. Now you know what happens that, but that not that.
Okay, fact check this. The scene is widely considered one of the most graphic, gruesome moments in the series. Would you agree or disagree?
Graphic? I guess maybe.
I mean, it is, but it's pretty quick.
Yeah, like it's not like they don't linger on it or anything.
Like it's a few seconds.
He kind of looks like Mr. Beast. What the hell?
I kind of forget what the guy looks like.
Mr. Beast?
Yeah. No, I know what Mr. Beast looks like. I forget what the Spider-Man
looks like. Yeah. I don't think he looks like Mr. Beast at all. Mr. Beast?
I think he looks exactly like Mr. Beast, bro.
Oh man.
Anyways, so
in the slightest.
those are my thoughts on The Boys. Do y'all have anything to quickly say about it or anything?
I mean, it's hard. I don't remember a lot of season 4. I actually plan on rewatching it here soon, leading into 5, because I don't remember a good portion of it, which speaks to how much I probably don't really care about that season as much as like season 3. I still like it more than season 2 though. And I'm not even like a big hater of season 2. Like season 2 has its good qualities, but like the Huey dad stuff you're talking about, I don't know if you've finished that plot line yet, but okay, if you haven't, I think the ending of it is pretty good.
It's just been taking Huey away from everything, and I think I'm just yearning for like Billy Butcher didn't kill Homelander because he chose to protect Huey over killing Homelander, which killing Homelander has been his driving factor for 3 full seasons. Because he did not do that, and then they turn around in this season, they have no scenes together besides a couple of times because it's pulling Huey away because his dad's in the hospital. I'm just like, make it make sense, man. Like, all this tells me was that you did not know how to build off of this. You just needed another season under your belt. Because why is Billy choosing this over his number one objective this entire show, and then none of it's built upon? And the main reason why none of it's built upon is because Huey is taken away by his like having to tend to his dad every fucking episode. There's a 10-minute scene in every single episode of him just whining and bitching with his dad and his mom because they just threw his mom in there somewhere to be the ultimate bitch to him, to just add to it. Like, so you're taking him away because of that. And now Billy is like hell bent on like, I need to kill Homelander. I need to do whatever I can. Really more so protect Ryan, which I have my thoughts on that. But still, all I'm seeing here is that you just needed a reason to make another season. You have not built upon any of the decisions that made season 3 so great. You've just prolonged everything.
From what I remember, I think I mostly agree with that.
Sure.
It felt very much like a building, and then kind of this was a stutter step of a season before we got to the final one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited going into season 5 just because I want to see how this culminates. And I hope that there's like remnants of season 1 and season 3 style of stakes and execution, I guess. But I mean, yeah, for season 4, I still think is decent. I just I didn't enjoy it as much as like season 3 or anything like that. So I can understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, well, I went on way too long about this, but yeah, those were my thoughts. I'll let y'all know next week how I feel about it as it's finished, but that's it from my end.
Yeah, I mean, as for me, to go back to your Strava mention, I might have to check that out because I'm still going. I hit a full body workout today. I think I found the split that I like. I do 4 days a week, and I do push, pull, legs, and then full body. And so I think that's pretty good. But I'd have to get. I guess I could get Strava, and then you and I would, because I don't know anybody else that would use that app. So
Sure.
I mean, maybe, possibly, I could probably push other people to use it. But I mean, yeah, I'll look at that. And other than that, been watching Jessica Jones. Just finished season 2. Nope, nope-erino, nope or cow. It's okay. I mean, it's just like I feel like it feels really repetitive, and the best episode of the season is when David Tennant comes back and is kind of torturing Jessica in her mind, and that's not until like episode 8 or 10 or something like that in season 2. So I don't know. There's a lot of just annoyances throughout the season. But I remember the least of season 3. And I'm starting that right now. But funnily enough, I want to point this out. Have both of you watched Daredevil Born Again season 2 premiere?
Yes.
Okay. It's not spoiling anything from that, just a character or an actor in it. The district attorney guy who's talking to Heather on the phone and whatnot in that episode, he is in Jessica Jones season 3. He plays. It's funny because he plays a guy who used to be a lawyer and now he's in criminal law, but they are two different characters. They're two different names. I just find it funny because they could have said before that like, oh, it's not connected whatsoever, but now that they're integrating Jessica Jones into Born Again, like clearly it is. So I don't know, it's a funny little tidbit, but
nice.
I'll talk about this real quick too because I really have nothing to say about it. Ready or Not, Here I Come, or Ready or Not 2, if you want to call it that. Watch that. I think it's bad. I don't think it's as good as the first one. There's a moment where like the sisters are arguing about something. They come to a resolution in that argument, a pretty like heartwarming resolution. And then they go out, survive for a second, come back. They're mad at each other and they're fighting about the same thing again. What like it was actually crazy. They're mad at each other and they're more mad at each other about the same exact thing that they were just fighting about and came to a resolution about, and then they separate after that. It's just that's just a one thing. Like there's a lot of cool like they do step it up a notch, I guess, with like the action and the way the places they go with it, and I guess I can appreciate that aspect of it, but. Truthfully, the first one just eclipses it. I rewatched that right before going into it, and the first one is just leaps and bounds better. I'm not usually one to say that I don't think something needs a sequel because, like, I mean, I'm always down to watch more stuff, but I think genuinely that one did not need a sequel. I think it was fine where it was.
Should I briefly touch on, or do you have something else, Charlie?
Oh, I do have a big thing, so you can go.
Okay, I'll do two small ones real quick. A 2026 release that I checked out on Netflix is War Machine, starring Alan Ritchson. Little action movie. It was fine. I mean, it was pretty.
Yeah.
I actually liked the setup and the concept because it's kind of like a. It first focuses around this training camp for like the army, and then like it kind of divulges into something else. And so like how we got to that point, I really liked it. But then once we knew what was happening, it was like just pretty straightforward, generic action movie. So it wasn't like a waste of time, but it wasn't anything special. And then the other one was a 2025 movie that I got to a couple of weeks ago, which is Begonia.
Ooh.
Which I had not seen.
Interesting.
And
because I think you said that you were not going to watch it.
I don't know what it was, but I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to watch it. And I liked it. I didn't love it. I thought it was very much carried by the performances. And then
Jesse Plemons was not nominated. I just want to say that.
He was.
For Best Supporting Actor? I don't think he was.
He was.
Yeah. No, he got snubbed big time.
Wait, am I just thinking of a completely different like awards thing that he was nominated for? I could have sworn he was nominated. Maybe it was just Emma Stone. I don't know.
Yeah, she was nominated for.
Because it would have been Best Actor, and he wasn't nominated for Best Actor. Right. Okay. Yeah. So carried by two. Well, really three amazing performances, I would say. But of course, Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone being the main highlight there. And the ending, I mean, I expected it, but like still seeing it and like them being willing to embrace the concept and just like fully allow it to be what it is, I thought was cool. But otherwise, like, from a narrative perspective, it's not like it elevated much of the story to me as much as it was just like, here's the resolve. Like, this is what ended up being true and we're going to show it to you. And then the movie's over. So, I thought it was fine. And then I guess the last thing, which, I kind of mentioned, maybe it was even before we started recording, but I did rewatch Ready or Not, the first movie, and I really liked it. I thought it was pretty good, but I am a big fan of the ending. Almost for a similar reason of Begonia, which is like the full embrace of things that are said that like
sure
they could be true or not true, and like you could kind of go either way, but just the willingness to just throw it all out there, I think that elevates the movie for me. So I really liked it. And I'm still excited for the second one. From what I've heard, it's a lot of the same, but kind of crazier, gorier, that kind of thing. So I think I'll enjoy it, but I'm not expecting that they'll do much from a narrative perspective. As soon as I heard that they made the choice to start the second movie literally right where the first one ends, I'm like, this is not the approach we should be taking. Make everything crazier, do all of that, but give our main character a break and have a better like reason instead of just like, oh yeah, just keep going. That to me seems dumb. So I'm still gonna watch it, but I'm already like tempering my expectations.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what you say when you watch it. I really don't want to do this one. Aiden knows about this one. So Benjamin, again, I do think you should have TikTok, just you're already scrolling reels, might as well, but
oh gosh, is this going to be what I think it is?
I have posted a series of videos, by a series I mean 3, of not watching the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. I did a day 1, and I did a day 2, and I did a day 3. Well, here's the thing, Ben. Here's the thing, man. Okay, I was staying strong, bro. I was staying strong. I was doing good, and I realized I was like when I woke up on day 3, I was like, I really don't want to like keep doing this series. Still hadn't watched the trailer. It wasn't even like, oh, I want to watch the trailer. I mean, I did want to watch the trailer, but I was like, I really don't want to keep uploading this. Like, I don't know how to even keep making this interesting or that people would care. Cause like how much 2 weeks from now, who's going to care that, oh, he's not what? So I was just like, you know what? Let me just post that I saw it. And even though I didn't actually watch it. And so I made a video pretending like I watched it. And I included a detail that I had seen like on Twitter or whatever. But I hadn't watched it. And I was going to see Project Hail Mary that night. And you had mentioned that the trailer was in front of it. Right. So I was like, you know what? Screw it, man. I'll just watch it. I'll watch it right in the theater for the first time. That'll be kind of cool, right? Because also part of what went into it is I feel like I had already seen a lot of the trailer. Like I saw so many screenshots. I saw like I'd have to scroll past edits, but I'd see different scenes every edit I saw, yada, yada, yada. So I was like, dude, I feel like I watched a large chunk of this trailer already. And so it's like, what am I even not watching it for anymore? Which maybe was the wrong mindset. I don't know. But anyway, go to Project Hail Mary, expecting to watch it. Does not play in front of the movie. It does not play in front of Project Hail Mary. And so I was like, dude, should I take this as a sign? The Dune trailer played though. Banger. Banger.
Yeah.
I was like, should I take this as a sign? Like, should I really not watch this thing? But then I was going to Ready or Not the next day, and I was like, surely it's not going to play in front of this. Very first trailer that played. And so I watched it. So
Charley.
Fantastic trailer though. Fantastic trailer, man. Golly. But so yes, I have to watch 2 movies, both one recommendation from each of you. So you guys can sit and stir with that the rest of this episode and hit me with it or something. I don't know, whatever you guys can come up. There's no time limit on it.
You guys brought that up last week?
No, I don't think we did. But
yeah, so we decided that there should be some sort of punishment if Charley fails this. And we were throwing out different things, like maybe we should have had the stakes a little higher with an effect on the Rotten Tomatoes draft or the box office draft, but that seemed a little too harsh. So we settled on that each Aiden and I would get to pick a movie to subject Charley to watch, whether that be something that we just really want him to watch or something that we know will be a little bit more torturous. He's got to do it. So
I gotta watch 2 movies now.
We gotta cook something up.
But yeah, I watched the trailer. I'm kind of glad I watched it. I will actually not be watching trailer 2 though. Like the next trailer, anything else, TV spots, I'm not watching those. I think I truly think I've seen enough. So,
can we all agree that the Dune 3 trailer kind of mogs the Spider-Man trailer?
I don't know about
mogs.
I don't know about mogs.
100,000%.
I don't know about mogs. It is better, but I don't know about mogs.
What I said is that the main thing that the Spider-Man trailer has going for it is that it's a Spider-Man trailer. But like, I swear, and I think I said this in like a voice message to our group chat, the trailer for Spider-Man, it looks like you have 10 different cinematographers on the movie. Like the lighting shot by shot is crazy. Even some of the shots, like towards the end of the trailer, I get it was like comic cover recreation and whatever.
Yeah.
Some of it genuinely, like when those were being posted the day before, people thought that it was AI. And it's like, this is a real I still even feel that a little bit. There are parts of the trailer to me that I'm like, this does not feel like a real movie, or these scenes are not going to be in the movie. It feels fake.
Yeah.
And that's not really like, that's not a compliment.
Sure.
So I don't know.
From a filmmaking perspective, yeah, of course. Like Dune mogs it for sure.
Yeah. They played back to back at my screening of Project Hail Mary, and it was like, it was so clear. I mean, just the Hans Zimmer score with
and it was an
the
IMAX,
Paul Atreides chant with the IMAX. Dude, oh my gosh.
It was life-changing. The theater we watched at, and I had to confer with Brandon over this. Apparently, it's the same size as maybe a little bit, tiny bit smaller. It's the same size as a 70 millimeter screen. It's just a different.
Do you guys travel for that?
We drove about 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes from where me and Maddie live right now. Maybe 40.
Are you gonna go to that one all the time now then?
Dude, it changed my fucking life. I'm not gonna lie. Like the fucking screen, bro. All the pictures you see, like that is the same size. That is the same size as what I sat down there and watched the Dune Part fucking 3 trailer on. Dude, seeing it on that screen, oh my god, bro. My life was changed. I literally leaned over to Brandon and I was like, I just met God. I just met God right there. Like that was so wild, bro. It like the way it moves, it's so big that I think her name is Chani. Is it Chani? It's Chani, right?
Yeah.
Chani moves at the end of the trailer and it happens so fast and then it just like smacks you with the Dune Part 3. It's just like, I was like, oh my god. So like, and we'll get to this later. The astrophage scene, like, bro, I have been still thinking about that fucking movie theater experience to this day, bro. Like a whole 2 weeks later from seeing the movie at the regular IMAX that we went to, night and day, bro. Like, I don't know if I could even go to our IMAX theater. And like, that's how, like, dude, Ben, going from a regular like digital screening to an IMAX like laser screening, that is like the difference of going from IMAX to the 70 millimeter. Dude, bro, they played the Odyssey trailer, bro. I sat there, I was fucking levitating, bro. They did not play the Spider-Man trailer for me though. They didn't. I still have yet to see the Spider-Man trailer, and
that might go up on the wall.
This might, bro. Come on. Yeah,
that's fair.
100%. But yeah, I still have not seen the Spider-Man trailer. I just saw the Odyssey and Dune Part 3 trailer on that screen, man. I don't know if I can go back. So to answer your question, I might be going there often, very often.
30 minutes is worth it.
It was crazy, bro. For how big that screen was, I could not believe it.
Charley, you got to make... Dune is not moving, so like we got to make something happen in December. I'm just saying.
Dude, I'm down. December is going to be...
Sounds like we should go to Aiden's theater, bro. Sounds like we should go to Aiden's.
Sure. Let's just do the reverse of what we talked about. Instead of you guys coming my way, I'll go Aiden's way.
Amen.
I'm there. I'm there.
That
Dude,
looks like an IMAX screen, bro.
Let's do it, dude. Yeah, it was insane.
But anyway, now that we've talked intros for 45 minutes, we can. Did we want to do box office stuff, or are we just doing Rotten Tomatoes?
I don't have anything notable with the box office.
Yeah, we can jump into Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean,
I could freaking rant about how dumb everything is, but
I mean, we could talk about Aiden's first weekend with Project Hail Mary, I guess, if we wanted to touch on that a little bit. But
we can touch on it briefly.
Yeah, just real quick.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me put this out here. Let me put that there. That there, sonny boy. All right. So we've had, and I guess we want to talk about the budget situation as well. Or
no,
is that resolved? I mean, also, I want to say, side note, that guy is super, like, just the way he worded that. Bro. He's such a nice guy. Like, that is, what a cool guy.
You know what's funny? Brandon didn't think I was gonna, because Brandon was like, just reach out to the guy and ask why. I was surprised, Brandon. I'm like, all right, bro, you're first place. Don't tell me I should move my budget lower just because you're first place. You don't have to worry about it. Fuck off. But Brandon actually texted him because he was like, I didn't think you were going to text him. So I also messaged him. Well, the guy messaged him back and said, hey, Brandon, your buddy Aiden just asked the same question. So I'll just send you what I sent him. I was like, oh my God.
This guy's so cool, man. Does this guy run it by himself? That is, I don't know. This guy's cool. I like this guy.
But I was gonna say, like, based on what you sent us and just how chill he seems, we should like see if we could get him on at the end of the year, like after we finish our literally just like a quick like, here's our league. What did you think? Because he probably tracks all this stuff more than we do.
Yeah, the way he said, like, he's been like keeping like rigorous eye or whatever on the budget, and like he's trying to see any other place that posts like a 190 number. But and he said if we needed any help with the podcast too, like that, he'd be more than happy to help. So I don't know, that guy's that's super cool.
Awesome.
He's
a
super nice guy. But anyway, as you guys might have heard, chat, as I just mentioned, there's a little bit of debacle with the Project Hail Mary budget. Aiden was depresso about 2 episodes ago because it was 260 million budget or something like that, which ended up being a 620 million break even. That has since dropped because the actual numbers have been reported. It's between 190 and 200 million. We don't know exactly where it lands, but right now the website has posted it at 200 million. So Aiden is looking at a $500 million break even, and the movie has so far, after its opening weekend and a little over halfway through this next week, $164 million. So Aiden is in the negative $335 million, $36 million. So, but I'm sure that's just gonna, it's just gonna keep climbing. I'm interested to see the percentage drop with the second weekend.
Man, I don't think there will be much. Like, the movie's only getting more and more buzz.
Sure.
And people that missed out on it last weekend, well, here you go. Let's go watch Project Hail Mary this weekend. So even my buddy today, who's just super casual, was like, what's all this thumbs down thing I'm seeing? I was like, man, there you go. It's reaching. So I think also just how gorgeous this movie is in IMAX too makes it that much more desirable to people. So
sure.
I'm excited. I think after this, I think the projection this week is like a domestic. After this weekend, domestically, it'll be 300 mil. We'll see what that means for global numbers. So I'd be excited to see what next Monday looks like in terms of how much money this is making. I needed to make as much as possible before Super Mario Bros. Comes out, because holy shit, the fucking news that dropped today, that movie is going to make probably $2 billion.
Dude,
it is
I
going to
see the news that dropped
today.
What news dropped today?
Well, I see. I don't. I'm out. I'm out of my league here. But Fox McCloud.
Oh yeah, Star Fox.
Star Fox.
Yeah, is in the movie, which just speaking out loud here, it's a Mario Galaxy movie. Clearly, Galaxy is not just limited to like the Super Mario Galaxy game, which is still mostly in the Mario universe. I think they're bringing in a bunch of other Nintendo characters, and I think they're teeing up a Smash Bros. Movie, which would be.
100%.
I've said this for years.
Sure. Oh no, I think they're 100% doing that. I think they've been doing.
But
that.
like, dude, the confirmation that Fox is gonna be. I was literally like, I saw that today, and I'm like, if this is something that they're willing to just be like, here's a character poster for Fox.
Yeah, sure.
100%. I think the next thing is the Smash Bros. Movie, because they already made a big leap going from the first Super Mario Bros. Movie to just going straight to Galaxy. Like that already is more progression than I would have expected from 2 movies. But now seeing some of this promotional stuff and then Fox being in the movie, I'm like, okay, no, they're gonna keep moving fast through this.
See, but then like they're doing a live action Legend of Zelda. So like, do you think we'll see an animated Link for a Smash Bros. Movie or no?
Someone posted Childish Gambino and Miles sitting next to each other in Across the Spider-Verse.
I don't think that the live action Legend of Zelda has any implication on their ability to do a Smash movie.
Sure, no, not at all. But just in terms of the inclusion of Link, that's the only question that it raises for me.
Yeah, I think there will be an animated version because I think there are plenty of. Smash Bros has so many characters. And I think there's always going to be the ability for multiple iterations. Something that I would really like to see is like Super Metroid as like a horror series. That to me sounds incredible based on like that game.
Do you think who would they get to do that?
As Samus?
Yeah. Well, who would they get for Samus, and who would they get to make the movies? Truthfully, that would be. I'm down for that. 100%. But also, do we see Nintendo wanting to do that though?
I don't know that they will. That's more just like a wish list thing for me.
Sure.
Like, if you gave me the free will in the Nintendo universe to pick like 3 random projects, I think a horror space thriller Super Metroid series would be towards the top of that list.
Yeah, I concur. Yeah, bro, give me a Smash Bros. Movie. Let me see Kirby up in there. Golly, man,
my goat.
Come
Kirby.
on, man.
I do some damage with Kirby.
All right, buddy, calm down.
Whoa.
And one last thing that I want to showcase with the box office there. Thank you. Benjamin's Ready or Not 2, here I come. Budget estimated $14 million. The budget got updated.
It did.
What was it before?
It was 20 million before.
Oh, damn. Okay. Savior for Benjamin there. There we go. But this still says estimated. Let's keep that in mind. So we're sitting on a break even of $35 million. And so far, looking not too bad, not too shabby. But, I mean, second weekend, I imagine, is going to get hit pretty hard there with most people choosing to go watch that project there, Hail Mary. So,
yeah.
Nice little $14 million gross for you.
I think there's a chance that this at least breaks even if it's in theaters for 2 more weekends. But yeah, I'm a little mad. Just amongst all this box office conversation, like the fact that the first movie had a $6 million budget, which is a $12 million break even. I do not understand. Like, I get that was a successful original movie for the time. To me, the answer is not, okay, now we give it more than double the budget. To me, the answer is we figure out a way to do what we did again. We figure out a way to make another original movie that can still fit within this series and step it up a little bit, but still kind of hits the right notes of being this like fun, original, lower budget type of horror film. And I think they could have done that without over doubling the budget. And a lot of that's probably because they decided to cast Elijah Wood and Catherine Newton. So
yeah.
I don't.
Well, funnily enough, the tagline for the movie is "Double or Nothing." So they really meant that, buddy. They really meant that.
I just think when I saw that, I was like, dude, this is stupid. Like we should already be making profit on this movie. That's where we should be. But instead we're just throwing more money at the wall, which I don't know. Whatever.
Well, other than the box office, we also got some Rotten Tomatoes here updates. Invincible has moved around a little bit.
Did it drop again?
Benjamin is double checking. Yeah, it's at 87 now, audience score.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, which, I mean, we'll talk about that a little bit here in a second as to why that might be. But
it's an 88. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, did it go back up? Okay, all right. So then let's make this an 88, and then let's make this a 9. So Benjamin's sitting high and mighty with 379 points right now because Project Hail Mary got a clean 191. And Invincible is sitting with a 188, which should be higher theoretically, but and you know if I'm being completely honest, it probably, I think the audience score is going to go back up. I think a lot of people are just. I know neither one of you have watched this episode that just came out, but I think there's an overreaction to it potentially that's happening there. And Aiden stole it out from under me. Daredevil Born Again season 2. Aiden is now sitting pretty on the board officially with 189 points. Daredevil was sitting at I believe a 95, 94. So happy for you, Aiden. Thanks for putting those tickets in, pal. You piece of...
Hey, you're welcome, bro. Because guess what, bro? Apparently it starts off slow. So the fact that it's this high,
it's probably,
and they're saying that the last 2 episodes they can't even like say anything about. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I'm fucking up. I need all the help I can get after the drama. But what makes me feel fine is that like the drama is sitting there, which I think out of our 5th picks, the drama is definitely going to be the biggest blunder. But at least it's like fine because Clayface and Spider Noir, I've heard y'all voice y'all's doubts with them. I have I had my doubts with them whenever y'all drafted it, but I turned around and did the same thing. So the drama is probably going to perform way worse than those 2. But you know, it still gives me like some hope. I should have just drafted One Piece season 2.
I don't know if the drama is performing worse than Spider Noir.
I think it will, bro. Like the reports that are coming out about the movie, it's not looking good at all.
We'll see.
Oh, I don't think.
Hey man, hey Benjamin, listen, Phil Lord, Chris Miller just did your little butt buddy project here, okay? And guess what else they're attached to? Okay, all right, buddy, calm it down there, pal. For audio listeners, I am highlighting Spider Noir because Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, who just did Project Hail Mary, are also doing Spider-Man Noir or Spider Noir. Okay, so let's just get that clear.
Spider-Man.
They're just producers. They're just producers, Benjamin. Yeah, I know.
They just threw some money to them, bro. So
listen, they had some say. Some say.
Let's just be clear that they also were producers on Cocaine Bear and Solo, a Star Wars story.
Funny movie. Never seen it.
You've never seen Cocaine Bear?
No, I've seen Cocaine Bear. I haven't seen Solo.
Oh, you haven't seen Solo. Okay. And plenty of I mean, they've produced a lot of movies, more than they've directed. The last movie they directed was 22 Jump Street.
Funny movie.
It is a funny movie.
Well, no, the last movie they directed is now Project Hail Mary, so shut up. But yeah, that is our standing, and I'm at 172 points off of just A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So yeah, if I'm being honest about my feelings right now, I'm not feeling confident. I don't think I'm coming out on top this year. Do I think I'm coming out on bottom?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, no, based on confidence level, what's your ordering right now for where are we going to place when the year ends?
Confidence level, you're top. This honestly, the fans could really show out for this. The Legend of Aang on Aiden's list. Obviously, that's not great for him. The drama, and this could be great, but it also could just. I could see this getting 70s. Also, The Adventures of Cliff Booth. If I have to be honest, and also my 7th spot is still open. But am I really going to be able to with 2 tickets versus Ben's? What are you at? 9 versus Ben's 9. Like, am I really going to be able, if there's a project we both want? I mean, sure, it's possible. Anything's possible. Not actually, but stuff is possible. So I don't know. If I had Ben top, Aiden second, me third, probably. I really fumbled. How do I go from winning the inaugural to absolutely losing the first annual? Crazy work there, Chuck.
I don't know, man. I'm feeling pretty confident. I think I'll finish on top.
Really? Is that actual, or are you just saying that?
I think so.
I think it.
You just said Ben. You just said you think Ben was going to finish top.
But I was looking at it. The one that set me, the one that like made it official in my head, where I'm like, damn, you know what? No, I could probably pull this off. Is the run of, and I know Ben's going to push back, and that's fine. It's his picks, and his picks are great. But the run of Disclosure Day, Doomsday, and Clayface, those are so up in the air. I think they're way more up in the air compared to Aang, Drama, and Cliff Booth. But his first 3 are so strong. But my first 3 are so strong. Like, Beef Season 1 has like 91, 92. X-Men 97 has 198. Dune Part 3, like, we saw the trailer. That one could still be a little scary, but I don't know.
I think we're going to round 7 with this one, Aiden. I think it depends on. I think it depends on my last pick.
I have to have a little bit more confidence just because I finished in last year. But like, realistically, yeah, it's going to come down to it. I think we're going to be trading punches here towards the end of the year.
I think it depends on what I get in the 7 slot. Honestly, you just like sneaking in to get Daredevil is like, dude.
That was crazy, dude. Could you imagine if Ben got his hands on that with Project Hail Mary and Invincible?
Oh my gosh, I should have had more faith.
Yeah, I don't know about Disclosure Day. That's my one to hang up.
Only because like you look at other Steven Spielberg movies on Rotten Tomatoes, and it starts to get a little scary. Like, just in terms of how, and same with Nolan, with Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
You know, it's like those were the worries I had, especially with The Digger. I was gonna grab Digger at maybe 4 or 5, but the fact that the last comedy he made was like a 60-50 on Rotten Tomatoes or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. But that one still could bang. That still could easily bang. Best Picture or Best Actor nom for Tom Cruise is in the fucking pipeline. So the Disclosure Day and Odyssey do scare me. I think I did play it a little too safe. And then not safe enough towards the end. I should have drafted One Piece Season 2. I don't know what I was thinking. That still messes with me sometimes. Keeps me up at night. I'd be chilling so easy. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Clayface, I could see being not great, but also the writer. I think the writer attached to it. He's done.
Mike Flanagan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't his stuff?
Wait, is he not doing the no, he's not doing The Mummy that you also have on your box office, is he? That's a Lee Cronin. That's Lee Cronin. I'm tripping.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
What did Mike Flanagan do?
Haunting of Hill House, I think, is his most well-known.
That sounds
King
about
of Hill House. Yeah, I guess we'll
okay. I want to make this fair. Ben, I don't know if you listened, how much of last week's episode you listened to.
Barely any.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mostly went back and looked at my own cameo.
What the fucking holy fucking conceited. Holy shit. That's crazy.
Actually, I don't think I will bring it up then. I also don't think I need to, just based on these reviews. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep this in my back pocket.
Buddy, you're full. You're filled up.
No, I'm talking about like some stuff we talked about for next year.
Oh, gotcha.
In terms of box office tomatoes.
We will keep you guys updated with the Rotten Tomato stuff and the box office stuff, of course. But I think first I want to dive into Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Episode 1, since it's only one episode of television. It's probably the shortest thing we'll talk about. I want to hear from me first. I think it was a decent start to the season. It was a slow episode for sure. I wasn't bored by it by any means, but I definitely wasn't like really gripped until like the end of the episode. Of course, with like the bullseye stuff. There's a lot of great pieces in it. I love Matthew Lillard's character already. I love how he plays off of Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk. I think there's just like a general different feeling in the air already around this season, and I'm here for that, absolutely. Some of the shots are still like they're almost like the Michael Bay like sun glare kind of thing, but it's not really that. It's just like the lighting and some of the shots inside aren't great. I'm loving Matt and Karen together already. I think that's cool. They're already giving more substance to a lot of the side characters, which is awesome to see. That was one of my big complaints about season 1. I remember saying that last year on this pod. And the action is actually, it feels really good. That opening scene on the boat was really well done. And the suit I think looks cool. Love the D's, love the double D's. Give me some of these. But it's overall I could have gotten maybe like a little bit more from just maybe Matt, I guess specifically. I feel like there were like not a lot of Matt shining through in this. And like I get a lot of I just praised like the side characters and what they're doing with them, and I do appreciate that. But I guess just after I want to see where Matt is right now, like with the city being in the state that it is and him trying to come out of it the best he can. But it seems like he's really, I get it. He has to stay in hiding and he's having to work through all of his allies like Cherry and whatnot to really get things done. And I'm interested to see how that turns out for sure. But having him get into the thick of it and showing like the consequences of that and showing like even that little, okay. You guys are dumb. Oh my gosh. And showing that even that little piece of when he's trying to save Cherry and then like that little moment of Foggy just shining through right there. And that like grinds into a halt, you know? I think that's some great stuff. Fantastic stuff.
The shot of him and Karen sitting there and they flash to all three of them together. I was like, oh, I'm feeling the absence here, dude. I'm fucking feeling it. Like they could not have made a better decision killing off Foggy, bro. Like that shit is hitting, bro. They killed my boy, but that shit is hitting emotionally, bro. I feel it.
It's good. It is good. I see what people mean by a slow start to the season, but like it's not a bad slow start by any means. Like it was a decent start. I'm happy with where we're at, and I will continue. Also, more Fisk. I feel like we didn't get very much Fisk right now, and like with him having such like a grab over the city, I feel like I didn't feel that like a whole lot, other than like the vigilante task force going around.
Yeah, well, one thing that I'm really happy to hear about is a lot of people that have seen the show already that were giving their reviews where they were like, this feels like the Fisk show, the Fisk and Matt Murdock show. Like, this is what we have been needing. This is the original show vibes where it's Fisk versus Daredevil. They're back at it again. And I don't know exactly what were you saying that we didn't get a lot of that last season? It didn't feel like Fisk was all that much there last season.
No, this episode. Just this episode.
This episode? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, there was a little bit, and maybe I just need to rewatch. Maybe it's just as easy as rewatching in terms of like Matt and Fisk. But I think adding in a lot of these other characters, also bringing Bullseye back, like, and even having Punisher there last season, we didn't get a lot of the Matt and Fisk. So this season, I'm happy to see that we're feeling like we're going back to the original show in terms of Matt versus Fisk and how those two are going to be teetering the seesaw for this season. But yes, I agree. I feel like we didn't get a lot of it. But I'm excited to see that is a very big part of why people love this season is because of the Fisk and Matt stuff specifically. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes.
I really like
little side note before you go. I just wanted the posters that they waited to drop until like the actual show drop. Fire posters. Every year they got great posters for this damn show. But continue.
I really liked the scenes that Fisk was in. I thought were done really well, and I do think that Matthew Lillard's Mr. Charles does add a very interesting dynamic. It's hard.
That's what he calls me, chat.
Mr. Charles.
Mr. Charles.
Yeah.
You do say that. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I think it's hard to craft a character that can sit in a room with Kingpin and have like the intellect to almost have dominance in a way above Kingpin.
At the very least, like respect, if not dominance.
Right. Yeah. So the fact that Matthew Lillard's character is like that so quickly into being introduced, like they have set up. It's probably the thing that I am most excited for like a new thing this season is Matthew Lillard's character, which is a really interesting thing, I think, coming out of the first episode to like highlight. And I think it's just because they did a good job of balancing like a lot of the old characters that are returning and then some of the new stuff. It did feel very spread, which I think is why in some instances, like you're missing some Fisk stuff, you're missing some Matt stuff, but it's just because like they gave just as much to BB and to Karen and to Mr. Charles. Like all of the characters kind of had equal playing field in this first episode. I didn't even feel like it was that slow as much as it was just like hey, let's catch up and check in with everybody, and then we'll start to move into what the meat of this season is going to be.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Oh, sorry, I was in the middle of talking. I was just muted, so hold on.
I did not see that.
No, all I was saying is very setup-y in terms of slow. Like, I wasn't bored. I was more intrigued. And I think even like I think one of the big complaints I had last season was like Cherry and Kirsten were just so fucking boring, dude. Holy shit.
But already Kirsten is more interesting. Boring.
Exactly. And like even her just being like, no, fuck off. I'm not going to take your job. Like worrying about Matt and like seeing that Matt cares about her. Cool. This is what I like. I'm cooking with this. But last season, holy fuck, man. I remember they had like a 10-minute scene where Matt was just talking to like either one of them. every time, man. I'm like, this is killing me. So to see that as a automatic improvement is great. I want to know like what y'all's reaction was, if y'all even had one, if you were just like, no, I know how this ends, when they just completely pulled his mask off and it was just like, oh fuck, there you go, like it's revealed it's Matt Murdock, like holy shit. And then but like before that happened, like
yeah, I didn't think they were gonna. I thought for a second, like, is Matt gonna kill him? I'm like, no, Matt doesn't kill people. And then I was like, I think he's gonna like kick up and then just like beat the shit out of him, knock him out, and he's gonna have to figure out something to do with him. But then lo and behold, they start dropping like flies. I'm like, who the hell is doing it? Like, I don't know who the hell this could be. And then I saw the knife bouncing around the room before I even saw it say "You're welcome." I was like, oh shit, okay, that's who that is.
Dude, fucking aura, bro. Like that's how you end a fucking episode. Invincible, bro. That's how you end a fucking episode. Like, let's fucking go. No, I can't lie. Invincible does that all the time. Invincible season 3 had a fucking banger ending.
I don't know why, but I felt like the reveal of Matt's identity was going to happen this season. I don't know what it was, but as we were like getting ready for it, I was like, this feels like something that at some point Fisk is just gonna do. Like with everything that's happening, I think it's almost a question of why has Fisk not revealed that Matt?
I was just gonna say, like, why hasn't he? Have they?
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's always.
I think there's there's something in season 1.
There's something there. Yeah.
Yeah. There's almost a part of it is almost a necessity. I think of, you kind of need one another to succeed. Like if Kingpin didn't exist, then like Daredevil's life would be so much more boring, right? Like he'd just be out like banging She-Hulk or whatever. And it kind of vice versa.
Yeah, boring life right there, man.
Very boring.
Yeah, real boring.
I'd hate for that, dude.
Please don't let that happen to me.
Hulk smash. It almost reminds me of the Lego Batman movie where like Joker's whole motivation is just like, oh, I want to be Batman's favorite villain and I want him to need me as a villain. I need him to try to stop me so I can keep doing bad things, and then he needs me so that he can be a vigilante, because if there's no crime to stop. So I think there's a lesser extent, but there's kind of that dynamic. Yeah, where was I going with that? Somebody remind me where my train of thought was. I literally just my brain just emptied.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I thought that his identity was going to be revealed this season. I just kind of had a feeling that
even I didn't know.
Yeah,
I just kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. And so honestly, when they took the mask off, I can't say that I was shocked, and I honestly thought that like they were actually going to like keep that and do something with it. Now I'm still like, of course, I'm super into the whole dynamic with Bullseye and what they're going to pull with that. But I thought they were going to run with it, and I was excited to see that. I still think that's going to happen, but that might make me like doubt that we're going to dive too far into that this season. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm excited to see where we go, and especially like for the back half of the season, just from all the praise that I hear that's getting. So we might be back to OG Daredevil, which is part of the reason why I wanted it, but Aiden took it. So that's fine.
No, I agree with the idea of like, it's just a different vibe this season compared to last season. I think they learned a lot. I still really liked season 1 more than you guys did. And I think it goes, I would take it above the lesser Daredevil season. So season 2 mainly, but I still think it was really good. I just think that they learned a lot, and now they kind of have honed in a much more focused story, a more complete idea. And it just is giving much more of the vibes of what the original series was. Even like, of course, the opening scenes of season 1 were really good, especially the emotional side of things.
Yeah.
But even that had some really weird choices with like how they were handling like the action with the rooftop sequences and an over reliance on CGI and whatnot. I didn't feel that at all in this episode. I still feel like we have departed a little too far from like some of the really grounded, like long take fight sequences from like the first seasons of Daredevil. I still think I would like to see like hints of that at some point in this season, but we're much closer to that compared to the first season. So a lot of the vibes that I'm getting are very, very leaning in the correct direction. And so if the story is going to pick up and it's really going to be like peak Daredevil storytelling, I think that we're in for, I think we might be back. I mean, I like somebody was saying it. I heard it recently that like this might be Marvel's year of like, they are back. We started with Wonder Man, which was like unknown, crazy, out of the blue masterpiece. And then now we're getting a peak season of Daredevil. I know you guys are big X-Men 97 fans, so whatever, who cares? We're already getting season 2 of
Wonder Man. Who cares?
Incredible.
X-Men 97
X-Men
season
97,
2.
whatever. Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Brother, watch episode 5.
Please. Spider-Man Brand New Day. And we're capping off the year with Doomsday. Like,
and Punisher.
And Punisher. And
yeah.
Vision Quest. And Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Vision Quest, whatever. But
what? Ultron back? Come on.
We'll see. I mean,
anyway.
Granted, he's in human form, but
the point being though, like, of all the years where we've like kind of looked ahead and it's always been a mixed bag. Every year has been, oh, well, you've got this movie, but you also have this one. And it's kind of this just like kind of give and take 50-50 split of if a project is going to be good or not between the shows and the movies. This year feels different to me. I think we're going to come out of this being like, yeah, we had an Avengers movie. We had an all-time great Spider-Man movie, Daredevil Born Again, peak animation, peak TV shows. Like, I think we're going to come out of this year saying that like, this is the best that they have done at hitting all of their marks of content in recent years.
If only there were a podcast out there that called that back in 2025.
We'll own 2026. Wow.
Wait, how did you pull this? Did you remember that we randomly talked about this in a previous?
I remember I was going through. We were literally just talking about like Marvel news and like some Comic-Con roundup. But when I was looking through our stats earlier, I saw Marvel Studios will own 2026. So you talking about it right now, I was like, oh shit, I called that. So
bang,
it's not hard to call. I mean, you got Spider-Man, Daredevil, and Avengers dropping all in the same year. Like, come on, dude. Let's go.
You know it. I'm excited to see Jessica Jones in the future. You know, I need to see me some Jessica. I think her and Matt's dynamic is always great, so I'm excited to see how that continues. But interestingly enough, 2 episodes next week.
Let's go.
Episodes 2 and 3 dropping together. Weird release strategy.
Well, I think that's for 2 reasons. I think one, it's to line up with the release of the Punisher special, which I guess they could have just pushed that back a week, so whatever. But I think the other reason is just based off of the early reactions that I've heard. Kind of the pacing of the show is like, this first one, was a little slower, but then in the end kind of brought you in. And I think we're going to have like 2 episodes, and then by the end of 3, we're also going to be slingshotting into like the next big thing.
Yeah.
And then I think once we hit 4, I think it's just like week to week nonstop.
Nice.
Also, I love seeing Karen more involved. Like Karen's practicing on the dummy. Like I never thought I'd see Karen doing some shit like that. You know, And then her just like putting on a disguise and actually getting out there and doing stuff, talking to BB, like great stuff. And like
fucking Matt. Let's go. We're back at it, baby. We're here.
Dude, Matt he's got it, bro. Shield, Karen.
Dude, Matt is lawyer, up right now. His ex is straight up depressed, having hallucinations about some dude who tried to kill her, and he's out there living his best life with Karen. Let's go, bro. Let's go. But then Karen talking to BB about Ben as well. I think that was pretty cool. A pretty cool moment.
Yeah.
Oh, do we think BB's running the like slam campaign, smear campaign against Fisk, like that other news show?
I don't know.
Do we know that? Do we think that's her? Or do we think that's somebody else?
She's involved. 100%. She's involved.
I don't think that's her. I think she's involved. I don't think that's her.
Yeah, okay. Well, because she said it in season 1 when she's just like, not everything I publish is under my name.
Sure, and like that conversation with her and Karen, yeah, like we know that she's not actually working with Fisk and whatnot. She's just gathering information. Right. But just curious if you guys had any.
I don't think she was doing a Fisk impression.
Okay, I'll be interested to find out who that is then, if it's not her.
Yeah,
because I do think it's her. But anyway, let's jump over to our lovely, timely, Invincible season 4, 3 episodes is what I meant to say. 3 episodes because these guys only watched the first 3. I have watched the 4th one that just came out yesterday. So I can touch on that like a brief little bit, but it doesn't. I can touch on it without talking about what's actually like the components of that. But anyway, episodes 1 through 3 of Invincible season 4. I guess we'll do an actual like countdown for this one because it's kind of a little chunk. So thoughts in 3, 2, 1. It's like a
Aiden
sideways. Yeah, it's actually crazy, Aiden. Whoa. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Episode 2 is probably one of the best of the entire show.
Oh, that's crazy. That's absolutely. I mean, it's good. It's good, but I mean, it's not up there with one of the best.
You're tripping, dude.
I think season 2 or episode 2 was really good. I like seeing Nolan kind of go through and have to apologize, but also be like, these were our weaknesses. This is like these Beatles, you know, they had something really harmful to us. I think seeing the whole massacre also, like it's a great freaking episode. I don't think it's like one of the
ring
best
around their planet is made up of their body. Yeah, that is insane, bro.
It's crazy, bro. And like the work that they're doing there, the ground that they're laying is so fucking badass. Teasing Thrag, like, bro, Lee Pace, holy fuck, hop in your bag, bro. Like, this was a great freaking episode. Why are we not focusing more on that? Like, that's my biggest issue. The Earth
on
stuff,
Thrag or
no, even Thrag, bro. But like Thrag, Nolan and Mark, like that's what I love so much about that moment in season 4 or season 3 when they come face to face, and even at the end of season 2 where he's like, I have to go find my son. What a fucking episode, dude. That's so great. And like that moment is so good. My issue comes with the Earth stuff. Last season, I could excuse it because it had to deal with Mark's battle for mortality, killing people. Who makes him judge, jury, executioner? Whenever he's not judge, jury, executioner, how does that affect his family and friends and his grapple with that? So when we see him have to kill Immortal in that alternate universe, it makes it that much more like difficult to watch and to swallow. And then we see the Sequids and we get the Flaxens or the Thraxens, whatever they're called. These Flaxens, yeah. And the Flaxens. And like I unfortunately know that they're maybe teeing something up with Robot with that storyline, but I don't care, man. I don't care to see the Sequids come back for the third fucking time and run everything or try to ruin everything. I don't care that the Thraxans have made it back to Earth, and now that Nolan's not here, it's not protected. Oh, and guess what? Mark gets his fucking ass kicked again. And the same thing with the dragon, Mr. Liu. Guess what? Mark gets his fucking ass kicked again. How many times, man? Like, these are your first 3 freaking episodes. Like, think of how we started last season.
If you remember, that was my complaint last season. At the very beginning of the season, I had the same complaint that you had, because they fought the earthquake guy. They fought the earthquake guy in the core of the planet.
Yeah.
They had to fight those giant bugs. And I'm like, we just saw a training montage of him like working out, getting super strong, and he gets his ass kicked. Like, what are we doing?
Well, and then that's the thing. Like, he fights Conquest to the brink of literal fucking death. And then he's getting his ass kicked by Mr. Liu, bro. Sure. Who, like, why is he back here?
I'm with you for all this.
But and that's like you're also reinforcing my point. Like, okay, we just did this last season too. And when I said think back to like last season, I think like him killing oh my god, what's his face? Big brain.
Angstrom.
Him killing Angstrom, and even the destruction that he had to come back and face. I think they're playing the Radiohead song or the Coldplay song. I forget. Shit like that, where we're starting the season off with like a damn dude, like we're really feeling the feelings of last season. It just did not feel like they had that in mind this time around. It was literally just emo Mark and like the Sequids or the Thraxans, fucking I don't know. I'm just gonna keep calling them one or the other. Flaxans, emo Mark, the Sequids, and the Flaxans, bro. And I'm like, I just don't care. And Mr. Liu, like, you're ending your fucking episode off with Mr. Autotune and Mr. Liu and Titan coming back together, joining forces. Oh my god, bro! Oh, this shit is crazy. Are you kidding me? Really, bro? That's what we're ending our fucking episode on. Like, this is your fucking beginning of your season, bro. Like, that's what our big moments are. That's what we're doing. Actually, after episode 2.
They technically ended the episode on Eve getting pregnant. Actually,
oh yeah, no, I didn't count those fucking post-credit scenes. Like, you need a moment like that. Fucking bullseye knife hitting the ground. The camera focuses, and then the music hits, and like, that's how you end an episode. Why do I give a fuck about this Autotune dude and Titan? And like, I don't care what you're teeing up for the future. I need to know how that pertains to Mark right now, because that's what you did last season. Everything that happened was a direct hallway into how does this pertain to what Mark is going through right now, or even Nolan and their relationship and their internal battles. Haven't got much of that. I mean, it's literally just which I'm gonna say this, but I know what they're teeing up later. But like, you know, Mark's mom and hot realtor dude. It's a lot of that, and I know that. Oh, when her and Nolan come face to face again, holy fuck, man.
Mm-hmm.
But fucking
you done shaking that ice around, boy? Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Is that loud?
Very.
Sorry.
I don't know, man. I just this just feels a lot different this time around. To wrap it up, I don't care about the Earth stuff. I don't care about emo Mark. Like, come on, man. Whip it the fuck together. And
hold on. You were just complaining about there not being internal struggle. You can't say that you don't like emo Mark then too, because that's part of what's happening.
It's lasted for so long. Like, it's episode 3 and he's still moping around. Like, I don't see any internal battle because there's nothing there. It's just him moping the fuck around.
No,
like, that's all it is. That's all it is. Like, last season, and this is what I was saying, last season he is battling with, I killed Angstrom, or I almost killed Angstrom. like, how do I to solve my problems, do I have to kill people? And at that point, what makes me better than my fucking dad? Now he's just moping around because he got his ass fucking beat in by Conquest.
Whoa.
And because he killed fucking the Saquids guy, and he's again battling with that season 3 storyline. I don't know, man. It's just it's going on. It's just going on and going on, and I'm tired of seeing the Earth stuff and not seeing it directly correlate with him, because he just gets his fucking ass kicked all the time.
I just think where we're going is I just think that where we're going with Mark is a continuation of that season 3 storyline, with the thinking that he killed Angstrom, and like it's different now because then it was a moral question of, is it okay to kill the bad guy? Even like teaching his brother that and whatnot, and kind of the morals behind that. And now the question is different, because in this case, he intentionally killed someone who was innocent. And I get it's, because of the Sequids, but he took the life of an innocent human being for the grander purpose of what he thought was correct. I think that's a much different layer than like, I killed a terrible villain who's causing havoc.
Because if you think about it, this is the first one that like he's actually like intentionally killing, and it's an innocent person. Like, sure, he thought he killed Angstrom, didn't kill Angstrom. Yeah. Thought he killed Conquest, didn't kill Conquest, and Conquest was a bad motherfucker. But now, here he is with an innocent person in front of him, and he has to do it. And like that I feel like adds I agree with what Ben's saying. It adds another layer to it.
It's the idea of what Cap says, which is we don't trade lives. There has to be another way where we don't have to choose for somebody to lose their life in order to save everybody else. There has to be something better. But in this case, Mark is just taking that out of, no, like, we're not just going to wait and let the Sequids run rampant again. It is what it is, and he made his choice. And I think that's a much different layer for me, and I'm interested to see like how that even develops further as time goes on, because like the whole mission with killing the last of the Viltrumites and all of that I think Nolan and what's his name? Alan. Nolan and Alan, when they when there's an inevitable reuniting of everybody in this kind of grander mission that's happening with Thrag and whatnot, like I think that Mark has been changed as a person in all of these different ways, and he's going to treat situations differently. Like, to me, this is a logical continuation. That's like, yeah, you could argue it's like some of the same, but I think it's just because it's the same emotional arc that they're just continuing. Which is why it feels similar. I don't think
that's my issue.
I don't think we've just been in a revolving door when it comes to his character. And I agree with a lot of your other things. Like, there's plenty of stuff like that I don't. He
needs to not be getting his ass kicked anymore. Like, that's insane.
Correct.
That should not be happening.
That shouldn't be happening. I'm not the biggest fan of how Eve's been handled this season, other than like at the end of episode 3, it's like, okay, that's something interesting, and I'm curious to see where they're gonna take it. But other than that, the whole her losing her powers and whatnot, I haven't really been drawn into that very much. Mainly because like the stuff with Mark, it kind of feels like he's not really drawn into it either. Like
I think that's the beauty is maybe the wrong word of it, but it's just like they're both struggling with their own things, and like they don't want to talk about it to each other because they don't want to make it about themselves, kind of.
But I care much more about Mark dealing with the emotional impact of murdering an innocent human than I do Eve not being able to use her powers. Like, those are like, it's different levels. And I understand that like the whole point is the division that's happening between them, and then the fact that she's pregnant is like, not great timing based on those factors. But so I think it's building to something, but it's just at this point, I'm definitely not as drawn into the stuff that's happening with Eve. So I agree with a lot of what you're saying, Aiden. For me, I disagree on the Mark front. I actually think that this was a good continuation so far. It has been for 3 episodes, it hasn't felt like a ton has happened in the season so far. Like, I'll 100% agree with that. But I think I felt that with season 3. I think season 3 for me really picked up in the final like 2 or 3 episodes. I was kind of feeling that most of the way through.
Well, and that's fair. I mean, I think I even said that last season too, and I think I might have even said that for season 2 as well. That's just kind of how it goes. I just, fourth time around, we're still continuing it. It's like, all right, man. I think we agree on a lot. I just think it's I don't know. I am just kind of over it because I just went through a whole season of that happening in terms of him struggling with morality. And it's happened for 3 episodes. Like, and Charley, I don't know, is it the 4th episode? Like, is it still there? Are we kind of turning a new leaf on like maybe progressing a little bit more forward with his character or dealing with that? I'd like for you to touch on that. I think my biggest issue comes from, we agree on everything except for that. I just feel like it just feels a little lived in at this point in time. But that's like the least of why I feel so halfway thumbs on these first 3 episodes. Like, the emo Mark shit is like, fine, whatever. I get it. I'm just like nitpicky about it. Everything else really holds more water than a lot of that than emo Mark.
I still don't understand how there's like, to me, this or I went like this all the way to here seems like a big departure. Calling it mid, because like good to great.
Because I'm not down, but I don't think that I had like a great time with it. I'm just right here. Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't come out these 3 episodes being like, fuck yeah, that's the Invincible that I've missed. Like, oh my, the way I felt about the trailer is not how I felt about these first 3 episodes. Just like, these were good. Like, episode 2 was fucking amazing. But like, you average it all out, it's like, I mean, the 1 and 3, I wasn't a huge fan of. It didn't really move anything for me a whole lot. Episode 2 was amazing. I mean, what am I gonna go like this and be like, yeah, episode 2 was great, the other 2 were mid? It's like, no, it's 2 versus 1, man. What am I gonna do? But those are where my biggest issues come from.
I agree with what you're saying about the sequids. I'm kind of tired of them popping up. Like, that's a bit annoying at this point. Flaxens, disagree, just because we have not seen them since season 1. So I think that was a fine thing to have them come back.
Yeah, it's just a principle. It's just the principle of it, man. Like, I feel like we start every season with like, here's these season 1 characters and stories that we're just bringing right back up. Titan or auto-tune guy.
It's a hard balance, I guess, because like, let's compare it to the MCU, where the MCU gets a lot of complaints about killing their villains, like in their first appearance. Okay, so does that mean people want to see them again? But they give people, then if we see them again, and then people like complain like this, then like, what happens? Like where's the good middle ground for that? Because like, that's 4 seasons. Or I guess 3. That's 3 seasons in between when we've seen these guys. So like, that's why I'm fine with it. So me personally, I don't have an issue with it. I don't think Mark should have been getting his ass kicked by their fucking robot necks.
That's another issue. I mean, I can give you the Flaxens. The Sequids, it's just like, man, we literally started last season off this way too. So I think I kind of grouped them all in together. And then Titan and Mr. Autotune and Mr. Liu, I'm like, okay, we literally did this last season. Now here we are we're wasting another fucking fight scene with, this time instead of Mark and Eve, it's Mark and Oliver on Mr. Liu and Titan. And the only added difference is that Mark almost killed Titan this time, and it adds some extra weight with Oliver. Why do we have to do that with Mr. Liu when we saw him last fucking season? Like, it's all of it together.
Sure.
I'll give you.
I also want to say, I think you guys are tripping about season. Like, you guys were bored during season 3 and not until like the last couple episodes. I think you guys are tripping.
Oh,
like,
no,
we had Powerplex.
We
had the Cecil stuff. I think, wasn't the Cecil stuff in the first 3 episodes? Was it not?
I think it was like episode 3. I think episode 1. What was episode 1? Episode 1 was like Angstrom kind of gathering himself. Wait, because season 2 ended with him killing Angstrom, right? Or almost killing Angstrom.
Yeah, that's how season 2 ended.
I think season 1 is like him grappling with that, and then episode 1, and then maybe it ends with like the drone on him. Episode 2, I can't remember, and I think episode 3 was like the Cecil stuff.
Well, yeah, episode 1 ended with him with Cecil and him in the white room, and Cecil's like, "Don't make me do this," kind of thing. And then either episode 2 or episode 3 was the Cecil flashback episode, and then whichever episode was not the flashback episode was the actual fight where he has to fight the Reaniman and fight off Cecil, or maybe that was the same. I don't know, but anyway, season 3.
That was episode 2 was the Cecil stuff.
Cecil flashback, okay.
And then Cecil remembers his past. Eve makes an important decision, and then episode 3 was him teaching Mark, or him teaching Oliver how to be a superhero, and then Debbie is with the Paul stuff. So again,
bro, I don't know. No, that was a crazy beginning to the season. I won't hear any of that, bro. I won't hear any of that.
You can go back to we have episodes where we can go back, and I have my thoughts on season 3. I'll go look at it then, because I can't speak. I haven't seen this shit in over a year, so I'm not going to speak too heavy on it, but yeah.
In the follow-ups, like, sure, the Mr. Liu stuff, I'll agree with you. But like, you had Powerplex in episode 6.
The Alan and Nolan shit, when that first starts happening.
In space, they had their own episode with Battle Beast. Like, bro, y'all are tripping on season 3 right now. I'm not here for bro.
I said season 3 is one of the best seasons of, like, maybe the best season.
Dude, Ben said something about like season 3 wasn't really good for me until the final episodes, and I thought you either nodded or you were like, yeah. I'm like, bro, not here for this season 3 revisionism.
I said that the beginning, I remember it being slow. I'm not going to have a hard fucking opinion on that, because there's videos out there where I had just finished watching it. I will save that for there. But I have always stood by that this is like probably the best season of this fucking show.
It is. Season 3 is the best season of the show.
Episode 6 is Powerplex, and then it's the Mark clones, and then it's Conquest. I have always, and then Alan and Nolan's relationship building, that's 2 episodes before the Powerplex one. Yep. This season is probably the best fucking season of the show. I don't want it to get fucked up here.
100%, bro. 100%. But for season 4, I think I agree with the Eve stuff specifically, and obviously I agree with the Mark getting his ass kicked part. But I disagree with saying that it's like it's treaded ground or treaded water, whatever you said. Ground well tread. I don't know, because it's very much, as Ben mentioned, like, it's an evolution of his arc. Like, I'd maybe grant you that it's a slow start to that evolution, but like, it's one thing to say you're about it, but then it's another thing to actually be about it. So season 3, he's ending it saying he's going to be about it. And then going into season 4, like, he's never actually done it before. And sure, he's testing the waters of like, is this a time when I do it? Like with the dinosaur, is this a time, the dinosaur guy, is this a time that I actually I'm crossing that line? Because this is going to save a lot of people. But he's stopped by other people, by the Guardians. They pull up like Invincible, like you snap out of it kind of thing. And then the time when it actually happens, and why I think it's almost like the worst possible scenario for him to like fully divulge into this thing, is with an innocent person. And granted, for great reasons. And I think that I would have, if given in that scenario, like I probably would have had to do the same thing, you know? And so like that is something that he wrestles with, because you mentioned that in season 3, he's like, does that make me any better than my dad? And I would argue that I don't know that was a big part of his arc in season 3, like comparing himself to his dad in that way. I think he just was more like, that's what heroes do, is like they don't kill people. And he was also dealing with the powerplex of it all, of like the guilt from the people he's killed accidentally, or not even by his own fault, just by being a part of something. And so in this scenario, now he's actively pursuing the idea of killing people, but just now that he's done it, and on an innocent person, no less, he's really like feeling like maybe he can be his dad, and like there is truly parts of his dad within him. And I think that shines through with episode 3 of him almost killing Titan. And if Oliver wasn't there to tell him to stop, he probably would have beat Titan to death.
And I will say, I do like that Titan is a season 1 character, because it does add that weight there. Like, I will give you that. Seeing him almost kill Titan and be like, holy shit, Titan has a family. He's been a mainstay since season 1. Mark almost just fucking killed him if it weren't for Oliver. I will give you that there. I did like that a lot.
Yeah. Even with that being said, though, I agree with everything you're saying about Mr. Liu and everything like that. See, episode 3 is my least favorite of the 3. It didn't really do anything new other than the flaxen stuff, even though that wasn't new. It's just that's just something that they did and brought back in it. But still, I had to watch Mark get his ass beat the whole episode. And if I'm being honest with you, without saying the contents of episode 4, Aiden, you're not going to like episode 4. You're not going to like episode 4 probably at all. It'll probably be your least favorite, based off of everything that you've just mentioned here. Which turns into why the Rotten Tomatoes score for the audience score is down to an 88. At least I think. I think a lot of people are sitting in the same place that you are, Aiden. And even me, I didn't like episode 4 as much. I wouldn't say it was a bad episode, because, I mean, as we know, this isn't a spoiler, but this is a storyline that was not in the comics, and so this is a completely original for the show, episode 4. And so it maybe just like got too into the weeds with that sort of idea, and people just didn't like that, and they went and judged it accordingly on Rotten Tomatoes. And I do think the show will bounce back, based off of everything we know about, or at least we think we know, going into the rest of the season. But episode 4 is it's not much of a detraction from all of your complaints currently. So try to struggle through that episode, I guess. There are some stuff still in there for you to enjoy, though. And there is still hints of Mark and his character development. But honestly, I would say that like a lot of it takes a backseat to everything else that's happening in the episode. So that's part of the reason why I don't like the episode that much. But I don't know. It has its charm to the episode, but also I'm like, a lot of them, like, dude, oh my god, what are we doing? So
wow, interesting. Here is I'll just do this real quick. I only have like a little second of what I thought about it, because I don't feel like listening through and finding my actual thoughts. But
sure,
great. And I just love the stuff that they do with Mark every season. These first 3 episodes are phenomenal. But before we get into that, I just wanted to talk about how great season 2 was. Oh my god, man. When Charlie, I was just I started glazing season 2. I said the first 3 episodes are phenomenal.
Yeah.
So,
because it's true, man. And like, if I'm honest, yeah, I'm gonna take those first 3 episodes over these first 3 episodes. Even though I think episode 2 is one of the best of the show. Like, I truly think the places they go with that, like, there's just a couple of things that are a bit gratuitous, like
that shit was so fucking funny, because he's like, I feel like he's trying to get me back for something. He's like, no, and then his back cuts back to him. Yeah. I was like, this is great, dude.
Yeah, it was good. I do think it maybe got overdone a tiny little bit, but yeah, I do think it was very funny. I just love the finding out why the Viltrumites are so dwindled down, and like honestly the way that they kind of make you feel bad for them in a way, because like you also got to think like those kids that Nolan was training, like, so think of all the other kids that were on the planet that had not yet become genocidal maniacs that fly around planet to planet and just take slaves and kill people. You know, like, sure, they were on that path and like they were going to do that eventually, but those kids hadn't done it yet. And like, you think that that's all stuff that Thaddeus, the betrayer, Thaddeus or whatever his name is, took that away from him. And it's just like, and now and he even after that he perfected it even more, and now it's just like it 100% will wipe out the Viltrumites. Like, I don't know. I thought that was great stuff.
Did episode 2 end with Thrag? Is episode 2 the one that ended with Thrag?
Yeah, with Conquest walking up. Right. Speaking of Conquest,
right. It might be up there then. Holy fuck, I forgot that was damn.
Speaking of Conquest, complaint I have, I really don't like the idea of, and I don't know if this was like a complaint against the show or just a complaint against Cecil that I had last season, keeping Conquest in general. But just the idea for the show sake, keeping Conquest, and I know this was in the comics, but I imagine it was more spaced out than this. But basically, if we combine the 2 seasons together, Conquest is kept, and then he breaks out the very next episode. Like, literally the very next episode, he breaks out and flies into space. Like, I don't like that. I think that that's a little dumb. And also it makes Cecil seem super incompetent, because we see at the beginning of season 3, he comes up with this thing that works, I assume, on all Viltrumites. You put it in their ear and they are immobile and incapable of fighting. And he just doesn't put that in Conquest. Like, at the very least, have him put that in Conquest and then show us Conquest breaking out, that going off automatically, like it's set to a remote automation. And it disorients him a little bit, and it makes it, but like, imagine just Conquest like punching the side of his ear or something until it just like stops, or like ripping into his ear. I don't know, like, just make it something cool and then have him, but that wouldn't solve my problem with the fact that it happens the very next episode. I think that's dumb, and it's just like, what was even the point of setting up those stakes or that moment at all? But that's a little complaint that I have. I think episode 1 is pretty good. I think it's a good setup, and episode 2 is phenomenal, I think, and episode 3 leaves more to be desired. And episode 4, wow, what a drop. Interesting stuff, I guess, but also like, and there's a really, I think, really funny moment in the episode, in episode 4. But beyond that, like, and the end of the episode is really good too. But yeah, Invincible season 4 so far, everybody. I am, of course, here for the rest of it. Here for the rest of the season. Excited to see where we go. But oh my gosh, I wish I could talk more about episode 4. Anyway, on to oh my gosh, guys. I'm just looking at the time frame. On to the ideal meat and potatoes of the episode. Project Hail Mary. Let's give our thoughts. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right, this guy.
Okay, we got an absolute cinema out of Charley. Holy
yeah, man.
Shit.
I love this movie, man. That's
Can we just start off by saying that I've heard people talk recently about how actors themselves don't bring people to movies as much as they used to. I think Ryan Gosling is up there with just like, people hear that he's in the movie, they want to go see the movie now. I think Timothée Chalamet and Ryan Gosling are like, the top of that list currently.
Sure, dude. And I said it like when Project Hail Mary was coming out, and like, granted, Brandon completely shut me down after by just saying one title of a movie, but I was like, dude, is like, the Goss is a fucking draw, man. Like, granted, I know Barbie was kind of an outlier, but you know, he still had a play in that. Project Hail Mary, and Brandon's like, well, the Fall Guy. And I was like, all right, yeah, that's a good point. But I think even from now on, like I said that before it came out, I think even from now on, dude, he's going to be a draw. He will be a freaking draw. Especially the new Star Wars movie he's doing. Man.
Dude, Charlie, you're going to have to get more into Star Wars. I'm just saying. I said that to Reagan. I said, next year you're going to have to become a Star Wars fan because she has seen like nothing for Star Wars. And she said, what are you talking about? I said, well, there's a Star Wars movie coming out and the main actor is Ryan Gosling. And she said, yeah, I'm going to have to be a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, let's go.
I mean, yeah, I plan on watching. You guys didn't watch Skeleton Crew, right?
I watched like half of it.
I did.
I plan on watching that. I even plan on watching The Acolyte. And of course, I need to catch up on The Mandalorian with this season 3 and Book of Boba Fett. Maybe I don't know if I'll do that. But beyond that, I don't plan on like watching because I've seen the original trilogy, I've seen the prequel trilogy, I've seen every movie, but like. And honestly, I've probably consumed more Star Wars stuff than you guys, bro. I play the Jedi games. I play the Force Unleashed. I don't know if you guys have played those games. So like, I don't know. I'm a Star Wars guy. Like I'll watch this stuff. I'll be there for it. But like, I'm not really like super into it beyond that thingy.
I mean, like for me, a Star Wars movie, I know like Sean Levy gets crap or whatever. I'm a fan of a lot of the recent Sean Levy movies, The Atom Project, Free Guy, Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm a fan of those movies. They're enjoyable.
He almost
movies.
Didn't say Free Guy. He was like, it was on his mouth, and he was like, "Do I?"
I almost said Fall Guy on accident.
Oh, okay.
Actually, but I'm a fan of those movies, and I think just like from a entertainment and like just like the vibes of his filmmaking, I find to be easily consumable and enjoyable. So him making a Star Wars movie, that just like inherently excites me. And then of course, Ryan Gosling. So I'm excited for that. But anyways, that's enough about Star Wars and Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
But I just think that he, I think he's had an amazing career even a decade ago, winning an Oscar for La La Land and whatnot. Like he's had an incredible career. But there's something about like in recent years, I feel like the internet has been a big part of that too, with like the whole, he's so me for every role that he's ever played, all of the memes with like from Drive, obviously from La La Land, being Ken, winning for I'm Just Ken at the Oscars. I think there's a social aspect to it that people are just kind of like drawn to him and like the work that he does. And I think that not only has been like a big part of Project Hail Mary's success, but I think it will affect other things as well. The writer of Project Hail Mary, Andy Weir, specifically said that he approved of the movie being made if Ryan Gosling was cast as Grace. So that just goes to show that like it's more than just, a popular actor getting cast in a bunch of stuff.
Sure.
Because I think we've had that with like a lot of people who've been in superhero projects where it's like, oh man, when you started to see like another movie with Chris Evans in it, another movie with Josh Brolin, not that you hate those individual actors, but you just like kept seeing them pop up more and more and more and more in different things. And I feel like Ryan has kind of like, anytime he pops up and stuff, which is fairly often, people are just like excited. they're just happy that he's in something.
Yeah. I mean, this movie had it all, man. I really wish I could have watched it in IMAX, dude. Like,
do you know what they did for IMAX with this movie?
Yeah, the flashback scenes on Earth were not in IMAX. They were just regular 16:9 ratio, right? And then all the space stuff was.
It's further than that. Like you're correct on that, but
okay.
They did a specific thing, and I saw an interview where Phil Lord and Chris Miller talked about this. They spoke with Greg Fraser, who did their cinematography.
Yeah,
one of the goats. When it comes to cinematography, especially in recent years. And they really wanted a way to like not only change the aspect ratio, but also a good way to like blend between them. And so I'm going to butcher this like a little bit, but they basically said what they would do is they would take like whatever the footage was going to be as we went from like space IMAX and then we went backwards into a memory or vice versa. And they would take that film and they would be like displaying it. And then they would film that with like different like lighting and distortions and whatnot. You still see some of the effect of that as they transitioned like from space like into memories and whatnot. There was like different lighting distortions and whatnot. They intentionally captured that not only as a transition between the aspect ratios, but also as like there's a subconscious almost like the blurring into a memory type of feeling that they were going for with the scenes.
Okay.
So like it was very like intentionally done. It wasn't an afterthought to be just like, oh yeah, add like a little blur so you can tell you're going back into a memory. Yeah. It's like they specifically had a technique that they used to make the blend more like seamless for the story. Also, yes, all of the space scenes were in IMAX.
Yeah, all the space scenes. Yeah. Because like my theater is like a little tall, so like I could see the aspect ratio change, but it's like I wasn't like getting that effect or anything like that.
Right.
Rocky's crew die. Rocky can't fix. Grace saved. Grace died.
Dude.
Rocky fix. Ah, man.
I'm glad I was so valid coming here with my early thoughts and being like, yeah, I cried throughout this entire freaking movie, and it's my favorite movie of the year. Like, come on, man. Yeah, it's like literally everything.
That's a given though. Like,
well, for me, I don't know. It was close between Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, and Project Hail Mary. It was very close. I'm still like, I don't know. I ultimately gave it to Project Hail Mary because of those emotional moments, like seeing that conversation transpire, and he just turns around sobbing. And he's like, "Dude, I didn't mean any of that. Like, that's just something that people say.
That's just something people say.
Dude, the way it just switches. Like, I'm sitting there sobbing, and then the run. I'm getting so off tangent. The run of Sign of the Times staying at karaoke to the astrophage scene, to the fucking Rocky and Grace conversation where he starts crying because he finds out he can be saved. That run of fucking cinema right there, bro. Oh my God. Like, I'm crying because Sign of the Times is being sung and it's a fucking emotional moment. And then I'm crying because this astrophage scene is the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen on fucking cinema. And then I'm crying because they're having this conversation about death and like him being able to save him. Fuck, man, the fucking emotional hit that it just gives you in terms of everything, like sorrow, crying because you're hopeful and because it's like two friends like meaning something to each other, and the astrophage scene just being so fucking breathtaking. And the score,
yeah,
God,
score, man.
Dude, it's so good.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I knew this movie was going to be funny. I mean, you could kind of get the vibes from it. But I honestly, as I've reflected back on it, I think Phil Lord and Chris Miller might understand comedy in movies more than like any other directors. Looking back at like them being responsible for the Lego movie, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, obviously like the Jump Street movies, executive producing the Spider-Verse films.
Mm-hmm.
I think they understand it. Like they could go toe to toe with any director when it comes to understanding comedy in movies. It's not even like
my bump.
It's not even specific jokes as much as it is like even just vibes. Like from the very beginning with Ryan Reynolds, like him waking up and like the robot. So good, Ryan Reynolds. I said Ryan Reynolds. Mm-hmm. Oh, Ryan Gosling. Waking up Ryan Gosling, and he's like falling over. The robot is telling him to like complete a task, and he can't do it. And so it's like that whole like the vibe immediately. I think that like it gets you in the mood so that you're consistently like expecting it, and then you're enjoying it more often. I don't know if you guys understand exactly what I'm portraying.
No,
but there's a
no.
there's a concept of like a movie can't just like suddenly become funny. It has to understand its tone from very early on. Otherwise, it's going to feel out of place. That's what I feel like they captured in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
I also love the scene of like when they're both eating and and then Rocky starts eating. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so good. It's so good, man. And then of course like the fishing scene. I like it. We got the docking scene and we got the fishing scene. I like how they can just be described with one word, both of them. Just great stuff, man. Just great fucking stuff. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna rain on our parades a little bit. My biggest complaint for the movie, and I was able to have some good conversations afterward because my wife and a lot of her friends have read the book, so they were able to provide quite a bit of insight. But for me, I feel like because they were adapting a book, it's almost always going to be impossible to like fully encapsulate the whole story of a book into a 2.5 hour movie. And so I felt like the last hour was a little too like fast of just like, we have to have all of these things happen in order to get to the end. So we have to just like, 5 minutes, 10 minutes spending on thing to thing to thing, flashing back to the explosion, forward to the fishing scene. Like the individual scenes themselves, a lot of them were really good. But when you spent so much time in the beginning, like when Grace and Rocky meet, they know that they need to slow down and take their time with it. And I think that was the right choice. But I feel like the last hour was just like go, 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 go. We have to get to the end of the story. So from a pacing standpoint, I don't really fault them because like, how do you tell the complete story in 2.5 hours while spending the time that you need on some stuff? You just have to rush through other things unless you make a 3.5 hour movie. So I get it, but I felt like the pacing in the last hour was a bit just kind of a breakneck, just go, 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 go.
That's fair. I laugh because when we got out of the theater, I watched it Monday and then I watched it again that Saturday or last Saturday. And Brandon was like, man, the end of that, he was like, literally from this scene on, it's like an hour long. He's like, they go fast. And so like I get it. I don't necessarily fault the movie for it. Like it doesn't bring the movie down at all for me. What brought the movie down from a possible 5-star to 5.5 was the ending. Just I feel like the movie could have ended at a better spot. I get like the book ends with him teaching, the other Iridians, but I think if you just end the movie when they say goodbye and he heads back down to Earth, like that would have been perfect. I'd have been like, this is a perfect movie. Like that goodbye is like already so heartbreaking. I knew that this was going to happen. I had a feeling this was going to happen, but I chose not to think about it too much because I enjoyed the time that I was seeing them spend together. And now it's finally come. They have to say goodbye. That hits. But then he finds a leak and he turns back around and he comes up with a new plan. And then we're on the planet together. And then we see that he gets to take as much time as he wants if he wants to leave or go back. It just feels super like maybe a little too feel good, like a little too safe. Where it's like, all right, come on, like him teaching Iridians. All right, really. But I don't know. That's like my only complaint.
I agree and disagree at the same time because I think like from an emotional standpoint, either them actually separating, one of them dying would have hit harder from an emotional standpoint. But I also think that like as we learned that like Grace was ultimately betrayed, forced on this mission, as we learned that, I also saw his decision to go and save Rocky and then also, to stay there and take his time with it. Kind of like almost a looking beyond the human race for a little bit and just like deciding that, they kind of screwed him over. So he's gonna stay with them. So Yeah, I kind of view it both ways, and I get that, like, yeah, it is the happy ending, but I think from what we learned, like as we got to specifically that memory of the fact that he was forced on this mission, to me that like made his decision kind of make the most sense, because it no longer was just motivated by, oh, I owe it to Rocky, let me go save Rocky. It now was also like influenced by the fact that, like, yeah, I'll save the humans, but they also kind of suck.
Yeah. And one thing I do like about it,
and he like didn't have a life really back on Earth. Like he had nobody. So like,
yeah. Well, again, but like how that's teed up for you to be able to do that, you know, like,
sure.
I again, I don't know, nitpicking, but one thing I do like about it is that it does give him a choice. It gives him the option to choose Rocky. It gives him the option to save somebody other than himself. And I do like that they get to give him that option where he's like, look, I only have enough to get either there or here. I'm going to send you all the stuff. I can't let my friend die alone and not know what's going on or why he's dying. So I have to go back for him. I love that. I love it 100%. I don't know. But you also don't have to have that if you just don't do the leak stuff and you just separate them. I mean, whatever.
I didn't like it. They didn't, at least maybe I missed something. They didn't make it very clear. I think they make it more clear in the book from what I've gathered from other people. When he saves Grace after the fishing scene, and then he's like back in his ball and Grace thinks he's dying and he's doing everything that he can to try to save him. Like in the movie, they don't really make it clear that Rocky is like healing at all, because then Rocky just wakes up eventually and he's like completely fine. And like they don't, I didn't know Rocky could heal him. I didn't know that was part of the species. I just had to infer that, which I didn't love that. But I mean, it's whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But it's just, it was kind of like a, how did we get here kind of thing. Like I feel like that's something we should know. But
dude, Ben, I know you'll appreciate it. Charlie, you might too. I'm not sure, but I know I've talked to Ben more about this. The fucking Adrian shit, dude, where he's like, what's a need human name for Rocky's mate? And he's like, Adrian. Oh my God, that had me. I was like, I'm done, dude. I'm fucking tapped out. Like, they're watching Rocky together, bro. Are we kidding?
Yep.
Oh, dude. When I saw that for the first time in theater, he's like, Adrian. I was like, just started sighing. I looked at Maddie. I was like, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it, dude. I gotta be here with somebody that'll get it. So freaking good, man. That shit brought tears to my eyes. And then in the 7th movie, his son trains him. It's like, oh, dude, let's fucking go. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, great movie, man. I'm kind of.
What are y'all star ratings?
4.5.
I went with 4. But like, I would say it's like an 8.5. So it's like, it's teetering. It's the high end of that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I could easily see it going higher on a rewatch. But I'll be honest, not that I don't like really, really love this movie. I am shocked at the Letterboxd average for this film. Last I checked, it was like a 4.4. A majority of people are giving this a 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I mean,
yeah, man. It's
I love the respect.
All over again.
I love the respect that it's getting, but like, I didn't watch this and be just like, oh yeah, like I understand why a majority of people are saying that this is a masterpiece. I think it's a very appealing movie to the masses,
general audience.
Yeah. But being this highly rated is a little surprising to me.
It's deserved, dude. I fucking love it. Ryan Gosling's space movie that is like just all like sick ass VFX. Put a lot of money into it, and you can tell that there's a lot of money put into it. That I don't think there could have been a better movie to resonate with the masses. Well, that's how I felt last year with Oppenheimer, or 2 years ago with Oppenheimer. It's like 3 years. Holy fuck! Wait, is it 3 years?
Yeah.
No. Are you
almost
a dead ass? Oh my God. Fuck me. Oh, dude, that's bad. But yeah, like with Oppenheimer, because it was attached to Barbie, seeing Oppenheimer get as much love as it was getting and make almost $1 billion, it's like, fuck yeah, dude, couldn't have happened to a better movie. So I will say the other scene I'd be remiss if I didn't mention was when they're talking about how long Rocky's been with his mate, and he's like, man, that's a long time. He's like, not enough. Oh, yeah. Man, inject this shit in my fucking veins, dude. I am here, bro. This shit was awesome. Also,
bro, we don't even get to meet Adrian though. Let's just call that out. We don't we go down to the planet. We don't even get to see Adrian. Like, come on, man. Just do like a little thing. It's like a little thing. I want to see Adrian.
The other thing, I forget his name. Dude from The Bear. Hell yeah, man. Let's go. And he gets some of the funniest scenes
Marcus
too.
On The Bear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, should be soon, bro. Should be about 3-4 months.
The Bear? Desert Scene? Yeah.
It's getting close to that time, bro. It's getting close to that time, dude.
I'm so excited.
Anyways, yeah. I'm glad that, Ben, you said you didn't listen to that much of last week's episode, but I was hyping the movie up to them all up and down the street. I said that I felt like this would be a movie that you would love. I felt like you were going to be absolutely in love with it. But I like seeing early screenings so that I can see if I'm on the money when it comes to y'all feeling the same way. I think I'm about 3 for 3 Thunderbolts hoppers and
okay, but I knew Thunderbolts was going to be good before you went, so like I already knew that.
Shut up. No, you didn't.
I literally said that. That was my whole thing.
I mean, you were like, oh yeah, the movie's going to be great, it's going to be under, but like you didn't actually know until I came out here and said it was great.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
I'll take
my chat. Thank you guys for joining us for another extremely long episode of the Words from the Nerds podcast. We appreciate each and every single one of you. I forgot to mention at the top of the show about comments. I did not touch on comments whatsoever. We have to keep our word on that. So, I'm going to touch on some comments real quick to end the episode. So sorry, guys. First one from our boy, Brandon B. Woody. He says, Charlie, we did end up driving, oh my gosh, to an even bigger IMAX. And my God, Project Hail Mary was gorgeous on it. That is just wonderful, Brandon. I thank you for telling me that. Thank you for informing me. That was such a wonderful, wonderful thing. Our goat Memish, hashtag best podcast ever with 2 R's at the end. I love that. Love that, Memish. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. We need to get you back on. Honestly, I thought that's what Aiden was cooking up. I thought that was the thing, that you were gonna have him on here and we were gonna talk about Project Hail Mary. I thought that's what it was. Memish also said, I'd like to retract my statement on the Spider-Man Brand New Day. It will definitely hit $1 billion. If anything, it would hit 2. I made a severe utter lapse in my judgment. And Brandon replied to that comment and said, it's making $1 billion, but not much more than that. It's on Aiden's list, right? That's your hit list, Aiden?
It's my hit pick, yep.
Your hit pick? Yeah.
And what sucks is that if I had the second pick, I told Brandon, I said, if I have the second pick, I'm doing Super Mario. I was like, maybe if I have the first pick, I might even do it for the first pick because I felt really highly on it. So whenever it got to his pick, he was like, sorry, Aiden. I'm like, fuck, man. So I don't know.
Ben had the pick of the litter, bro. Ben had the pick of the litter, and he went with Doomsday. Isn't that crazy?
I don't think I've made a mistake.
Okay.
It's the surefire 1.1. Like it's gonna make the most money
if it still comes out this year. Yeah.
Dude, if that does, I'm literally screwed. Like I don't have anything.
But thank you guys for the comments. And as for everybody who is watching or listening, you can leave a comment below this episode and we will read it aloud in the very next episode. Ideally at the beginning, but I'm a dum-dum. I forgot to do that. So you can literally say whatever you want. We'll read it. I promise. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button, please. We appreciate it. We deserve it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell because every single week, dropping a new episode. We're going to be talking more Invincible, more Daredevil, and soon The Boys Season 5, as well as all the new movies that are coming out here soon. The Mario Galaxy movie here in a couple weeks. I don't think there's anything this weekend. They Will Kill You is coming out. I might watch that. I don't know if you guys will. We'll see. And then we'll have the Michael Jackson movie here in a couple weeks as well. The drama, we'll talk about that because we have to. And all sorts of stuff. So join us for that stuff. And if you're on Spotify or any other podcast listening platform like Apple Podcasts, yada, 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 drop us a rating. You know, we're good for it, baby. 2.5 hours? Come on. Don't tell me that doesn't deserve a 5-star. Come on now. We can yap your ear off. Okay.
The episode already.
With that being said, thank you all so much. See, Ben doesn't appreciate you guys. That's crazy. Remember that. We will see you guys next time. Adios.
Sayonara.
No, let's. I want some more discussion, dude. Come on, we gotta.